What is going on, guys? It's your girl Jay with It's Our Time to Be Free. Guys, today I want to talk to you about getting back to your authentic self. I did a previous video, kind of, highlighting a few things about it, but I want to talk about, getting back to your authentic self, guys, because, some of you might ask, well, what is your authentic self? Well, basically, your authentic self is the ability to freely access and freely express your unique individuality and purpose. That's basically what it is. It's a point where, getting back to who we were before our life experiences defined us. Okay, and before we were defined by people and our experiences. Okay, and so how will, you might ask, well, how will rediscovering, your authentic self, help you in your daily life? Well, it brings you back to the center of your being. Okay, and that is the place where where is happiness, joy, and that free spirit that you felt. Remember, as a child, you had like this. You might have had this free spirit where you might have got in trouble because you did what you wanted to do. It wasn't because somebody said that you couldn't do it, because as kids, we don't understand the concept of we can't. If we want to be a superhero, guess what? We're going to be a superhero. So, it's getting back to that point, because over time, because of our life experiences, we've been separated from that inner freedom, that inner peace that we felt as kids, so we want to really get back and understand and have a deeper understanding of who we truly are, and when we get back to that place, our lives will become more fulfilled. So that is the whole goal here. We want to get you back to where, you are living a fulfilling life. Okay. So in order to, get back to your authentic self, you're gonna face fear. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna face fear. So you're gonna have courage. You're gonna have to build. If you're lacking courage, you're gonna have to build up that courage. And I'll explain a little bit later about why you're gonna face fear and why you're gonna need courage. Okay, but when we were born, basically we learned to define ourselves. Okay. And that was it. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing, but we learn to define ourselves. Okay. And let me give you an example, because through the years of information that we received, as kids and going through life, all those inputs from, our experiences and other people, it doesn't matter if it was right or wrong, correct or incorrect. Basically, all this information was embedded in us. Okay, it was embedded in us, and it formed our current belief systems. Okay, and as we go through life, we begin to live from those beliefs. Now, it's not saying it's right or wrong, but because we haven't identified them and identified them clearly enough to challenge them, we just continue to go by them. Now, I'm not saying these beliefs, like I said, I'm not saying these beliefs are right or wrong or true or untrue, but the key is to learn the difference, and discover it for yourself. Because there's some things that you may believe about yourself that just isn't true at all. When we begin to dig deeper into our consciousness, we might find that, some of the things that we believed about ourselves, it wasn't true. That was just something we, began to define ourselves because of something that could have happened. Something that, something that a parent told us, It's just those kind of inputs that we take in as kids. We, subconsciously take all that information in. Okay. So when we find that the beliefs that we have about ourselves are just not true, or maybe, like I said, never have been true at all for us, we and when you go digging deeper into your consciousness, you're gonna start facing some things, and that's the reason why I say you're gonna have to build up some courage, because nobody wants to go through past trauma. When you start digging into your consciousness and unburying all those things that all those beliefs and the reasons why you were feeling the way you're feeling, it could be pain, could be hurt, could be all the disappointments we've experienced, and that has really shaped our current reality and our belief system. So you're going to face those things. So you're going to have to have that courage to go ahead and face it, and so that you can bring it to the surface, because once you bring it to the surface, it's now out there. You can handle it, you can deal with it, and you can begin to go ahead and heal from it. But because who really, I know I didn't, who really wants to go back through a painful experience? Not many people want to go back through a painful experience that they had. So you're gonna have to build up some courage to actually dig into your consciousness and face those fears and face that pain and face that hurt that you're feeling inside. It's okay to feel those feelings, but you don't want to stay there. You don't want to stay stuck there. Okay. Some of us, I'll give you some examples of just some, things that could have, defined us, over time. Some of us, have defined ourselves, based on others' opinions about us. Sally Sue, didn't like me very much. I don't think Sally Sue likes me. They might think we're ugly. I don't care what it is, but those are the opinions of others. Regardless of what others think, it's about what you think. It could have been, we could have faced failure in life. We could have failed out of school. We could have failed in business. We could have had a bunch of failures in life that, now we're thinking we're a failure, but, it's just not true at all. Some of us could have gone through a devastating divorce, or lost a job, been abused. We could have suffered a loss of a loved one, or, we could have had a traumatic health crisis. Whatever it is, any of those experiences, it affects us. It affects us. But the key is we can't stay there. We have to learn to deal with it so we can heal from it and move on. Because the only way that you can move on in life is to heal. When we experience things like, things like that, like I said, we cannot stay there. It's not a good idea to stay there, because, when we stay there, we don't recognize, any other opportunities that's standing right in front of us. We have the opportunity to really redefine the experience in itself. We can redefine the experience. So that bad experience that you had, you can redefine it and find something good in it. It's always something good in every experience. That's what I had to learn. It's not easy. It's not easy to see anything good in a bad experience. But as you become, more consciously aware, then you're able to, identify things a lot quicker. Like, it takes practice. So if you're willing to put in the work and do what it takes, your life can drastically change. So, like I said, we just can't stay stuck in those traumatic experiences because, I know they're painful. I know, I personally suffered abuse and I stayed there. I stayed in those feelings for years. I felt like I had abandonment issues, and I stayed in that for over 30 years. I mean, because I didn't have the knowledge I didn't have the knowledge then that I have now. Yes, I went through a divorce, and it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good at all, but, and I stayed there. I stayed in those feelings for quite a while, because, like I said, I didn't have the tools that I have today to actually not stay in that place, to actually, be able to move forward, with life, because life is too short. Life is too short. And I get so excited about talking about this because, I just look at my transformation over time and I'm like astounded by the results that I've seen. And I want you guys to see the same results. I want you guys to improve your life. That's what you so desire to do. But you've got to have a solid commitment to do it. You really do. So you want to get back to your original self, that authentic self, before being tainted by world experiences. We should know we have a choice. We have a choice. We can either stay stuck in that devastating situation or experience, or we can learn how to feel our emotions. And once we feel those emotions, because we're allowed to feel our emotions. I'm not saying don't feel your emotions. Feel what you need to feel. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to jump up and down, do that. Whatever it is, feel your emotions, because you're human. You're human. And we have every right to feel every emotion that goes through every part of our body. So feel those emotions. But don't stay there. And then deal with it. Deal with how you're feeling. If you've got to seek professional help, professional counseling, do it. Whatever it takes to be able to deal with that, because the only way you're going to be able to heal is if you feel it, you deal with it, so you can heal from it. All right? So remember that. You got a choice. You can stay in that traumatic situation, or you can feel, deal, and heal. All right? So anyway, so when we, at that point, once we've kind of gone through that, we're able to redefine, the experiences that we go through, and be able to challenge those old ideas and beliefs that we've had about ourselves. And this opens up, a world of possibilities, when we're able to do that, because we have endless possibilities that is inherently ours. It is ours, and it is found in our true self, our authentic self. So, don't close the door on those opportunities. Don't close the door on those opportunities, because, the opportunities that you find, it'll be a whole lot wider than, staying stuck in a situation where you're unhappy, staying stuck in, whatever that bad experience could have been for you. So, and those old ideas and beliefs, they don't serve us any purpose. It serves us no purpose at all. If you have these negative or limiting beliefs about yourself, think about it. I want you to think about this. What have those beliefs done for you? You know, what has it done for your business? What has it done for your life? You know, for me, I can answer that question. Say, it's done nothing for me. It's done nothing for me but keep my mind boggled with the things that I can't, the worries, the I'm not good enough, the lack of motivation. That's what it done for me, and that serves me no good. How can I be a better person when I'm constantly depressed? Let's just say this. How can I share my message with you today if I was just a depressed individual? You know, if I was just down in the dumps. You know, I'm giving you steps on how you can start redefining your experience. How you can start, creating the life that you want to live. You know, how you can get rid of those limiting beliefs that has held you back for so long. When I started identifying and challenging all the beliefs that I had in my life started to change. My life started to change. You know, I didn't stay stuck. You know, when something bad happened, because we all have moments, we all have our bad days. You know, I'm human, as well. So when we have these days or when we have these experiences, they kind of just roll off my shoulder, more quickly. Before it was like, boom, hit me in my chest and I'm knocked down. But not anymore. Not anymore. And every day I get stronger and stronger. Every day. And I know you can do it too. I know you can do it too because, I was at a point in my life where I wanted to end my life. I was suicidal for years. I attempted it a couple of times. So I think that was probably my lowest point in life. But today, I wouldn't be here today to share my message with you. I wouldn't be here today to, share with you the joy that I feel inside, just by taking some simple steps and rediscovering my authentic self and rediscovering who I am, who I was born to be. You know what I mean? And you can do the same. I believe in you. You can do the same thing. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some practice. Nothing happens overnight. But I guarantee you, you will not regret the change that happens in your life. So anyway, getting back to what I'm saying, guys, in order to grow, we're going to have to let go of, some of the things, some of what has been to make more room for what can be. All right, guys, we want the can be, not what has been, not what has happened to us, not our past. The past is the past. Let's live in this present moment. Take it day by day, living in this present moment. Don't worry about the future. Live in this present moment and forget about the past. Let the past go. Your past is your past for a reason. So let it go so you can start moving forward to a better future. All right, guys. So anyway, guys, if you're really looking for I hope that was valuable to you. I'll be doing more training sessions like this within the group. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please, go ahead and give me some love. Share the video. If you find someone else it can be beneficial to someone else. Because I just want to share my message with the world. And I know a lot of people are going through a lot of things. Guys, if you're looking for, true transformation in your life, I want to, invite you guys to grab this ticket to this amazing featured film. Change your perception, change your life. Basically, you're going to discover other techniques on how you can start getting rid of those limiting beliefs that we have and manifest true abundance in your life. All right, guys. So I appreciate you guys watching. I love you all. Love, peace, and light. It's our time to be free. Take care.